From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your afternoon update.
Hey folks, good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in for your July 6th edition of your live weather at noon. Doing pretty good out there. Temperatures in the mid 80s right now in Cherokee. Dew points in the 70s, so a little humid out there. Classic for July, that much is for sure. Some patchy fair weather cumulus clouds off in the distance, but not enough to make any huge difference as far as the temperatures right now. So we don't have big cloud cover or anything like that. We've seen some showers in northern portions of Lawrence County here in Tennessee, but most of us are dry. We're already flirting with 90 here. Dew points in the 70s here as well. So there's that warming trend that we're kind of continuing over the next day or so. I say warming trend, really we're kind of about where we should be, if not just a little above average for this time of year, but pretty nice conditions out there right now. Our highs will be in the lower to mid 90s today. Better shot at mid 90s in North Alabama, pretty much along the Tennessee River from Huntsville over to the Shoals. About 94, 95 is a pretty good shot there. Savannah at 95 as well. Then you see these lower 90s from Fayetteville, Pulaski out to Lawrenceburg as well. So pretty nice conditions out there. Let's take a look at the futurecast next 24 hours because we have seen some of these showers developing. This seems to have a pretty good handle on things, so I believe this is pretty more trustworthy than some of the other models. And we do see some continued development through this afternoon in very, very isolated spots. Don't change your day plans around worrying about rain, but do keep an eye on your weather app. If you have our Tennessee Valley weather app, in fact, it'll notify you if thunder has been detected, if lightning has been detected within 15 miles of your location, so keep that on. I think you'll be just fine. Just be sure to keep an eye on it there through the day. Looks like we'll be dry through tonight. Temperatures down to the lower 70s here. A little humid, mosquito weather, right? That's pretty much the best way to put it. Then as we head through tomorrow, well, rinse and repeat, same situation, but maybe a little higher rain chances. I'm not talking much higher, but about 30%. I do think we do see some spotty and isolated shower, maybe a thunderstorm here or there across the area. Again, I wouldn't cancel my day plans, but I would definitely watch the radar through the afternoon, especially from about 1 to 4, 1 to 5, somewhere in that vicinity there. Otherwise, temperatures are pretty much exactly the same here with those widespread lower to mid 90s here. Again, second half of the afternoon as that peak heating kind of rises, bubbles up that convection. We'll have to keep an eye on that. That's just a tiny part of the bigger pattern of maybe more active rainfall, thunderstorm activity coming in through the work week. Let's take a look here on the extended term futurecast. So as we hit through Tuesday, there you go. We're already seeing some scattered thunderstorm activity here. But by the midweek here, especially Wednesday, Thursday, I think as this front kind of sags a little bit closer and we get more moisture, that's where we start to see that widespread shower and storm activity. I think right now, as of current indications, Thursday seems to be the wettest day. Looks like we have pretty much a bullseye right over us for those more elevated rain chances and thunderstorm chances. So let's keep that umbrella on hand. Not going to call it a washout just yet, but I think a lot of us will see rain and thunderstorms on Thursday. Second half of the week does remain wet. Friday, scattered thunderstorms sticking around even as that front kind of lingers across the area, right? We have no shortage of moisture to work with, which is not a huge surprise because we're in July, right? It's a very humid part of the year. And usually we keep this moisture all the way to September, right? So it's a pretty classic pattern in this sense where we have this convective bubbling type pattern here. We'll probably pick up, I'd say, an inch or two of rain from this pattern here, isolated through Monday. Then it picks up as we head deeper and deeper into the week. Let's call the dividing line about Wednesday or so, maybe Tuesday into Wednesday, the midweek, where we get some scattered thunderstorm activity turning into widespread showers and thunderstorms for the second half of the week. That might even linger into next weekend as well. Now that's a little far out, so I can't get too specific on that, but I think the best term to use is active pattern, right? We're heading into this classic bubble up convection type pattern. And again, by the second half of the week, yeah, you know, we might be creeping into washout territory. I'll have to keep a close eye on that here. Of course, I'll be back with you at 2, 6, and 9 this evening for more. So be sure to tune in then for the latest on your forecast.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley